Okay, let's unpack a scene that I think is just universally relatable, maybe a little bit gross.
Oh, I think I know where you're going with this.
You've finally settled in, right? The day is done, you're on the couch, savoring that moment of quiet. And then you hear it, or feel it, a little thwack.
Right in your lap. A cold, wet, slobbery tennis ball. Maybe a rope toy that's seen better centuries.
Exactly. And you're forced to ask two questions in that moment. One, why this specific, utterly filthy toy? And two, why are they giving it to me? Especially when they don't seem to want to play.
That's the mystery. We see, a piece of trash. But for our dogs, this is an incredibly profound moment of communication.
So that's our mission for this deep dive. We want to look past the mud and the drool and see this offering not as refuse, but as a priceless heirloom, a genuine emotional sacrifice.
Right. We've synthesized the research to decode the 7 layers of meaning here. We're going to dig into their ancestral psychology, their biology, and the actual chemical connections that create the bond we have with them.
So where do we start? To understand the sacrifice, I imagine we have to go way back to their ancestors.
Exactly. And that brings us to sign number 1, the resource sacrifice.
Okay.
You have to think about the wild. For a wolf, resources are, well, they're everything. A piece of prey, a safe den, a bone. It's life or death.
So they're hardwired to guard things.
They're hardwired to be possessive. To hoard is to live. So when your dog picks up their absolute favorite, most treasured item and deliberately brings it to you,
They're fighting that instinct.
they are actively overriding a deep-seated million-year-old drive to hoard. They are replacing that possessiveness with partnership.
And that feels like a pretty high-stakes move for them, which I guess leads right into the next sign.
It does. This is sign number 2, the trust in return.
Because if you're giving up your most prized possession,
You need absolute certainty about what's going to happen next. They trust you so completely that they know you won't just steal the resource.
you'll either protect it or you'll give it right back.
Precisely. It's an acknowledgement that you aren't a rival, but the protector of the pack. They're handing you the keys to their kingdom, and they trust you won't change the locks.
I like that. It's a daily reaffirmation of trust. Okay, but we have to address the big mystery. Why is it always the dirtiest one? The
Yeah.
one that's just caked in stuff.
Right. Let's get into what you call the olfactory anchor. This is sign number 3.
The olfactory anchor. I'm glad we're sticking with that.
We have to remember, we navigate the world visually. A dog navigates it almost entirely through scent. Their sense of smell is, it's a language. It's rich with information.
So a duty toy has more information on it.
Exactly. It's a scent sponge. It holds the dog's own unique scent, their signature, but it also holds your scent, probably all over it from you touching it.
It's the scent of the pack, combined.
It is the physical smell of home. It's like their security blanket. By offering you the one thing that smells most overwhelmingly like the two of you together, they're using their most powerful tool smell to reinforce that feeling of belonging.
That makes so much sense. The messiness is actually the whole point. But now we have to shift a little, because there's a biological reason for this that has nothing to do with playing.
Yes. This is where it gets really fascinating. We assume they want to play, but if you notice when your dog does this, it can change the meaning entirely.
And you're talking about right after they eat.
That's it. If your dog brings you that toy right after their meal when their survival need is met, that's sign number 4. We call it the post-meal love check.
The love test.
It's the ultimate compliment. It shows they don't see you as just a feeding machine. Once their belly is full, they aren't looking for food. They're seeking purely emotional connection.
So it's like they're saying, okay, survival is handled. Now I want to connect with my family.
Yes. Now I secure my emotional standing. And that depth of feeling is actually rooted in chemistry.
Which brings us to the biology behind the bond. Sign number 5, the chemical connection. Is this the oxytocin loop I've read about?
This is exactly it, the famous oxytocin loop. And it's not just the act of dropping the toy. It's what happens a second later.
The look.
The look. They drop it, they look up at you, and they hold that soft, non-aggressive eye contact. That gaze is the trigger.
And what does that trigger do chemically?
Researchers have measured this, that eye contact causes a release of oxytocin, the bonding hormone, in both the dog and the human. It's the same chemical process that bonds a parent and an infant.
Wow. So when I look back at my dog, we're both getting this rush of bonding chemicals.
Both of you. It reduces stress, it strengthens attachment. Every time you complete that loop, you are deepening the bond on a neurological level. You're giving each other chemical reassurance.
And that reassurance must reinforce my status in their world.
It does, which transitions us perfectly to sign number 6, the parental imprint.
We think of imprinting as just a puppy thing.
It starts there, absolutely. Puppies under 6 months see their owner as a parent figure. But when an adult dog continues this resource-sharing behavior, they are perpetually maintaining your status as their lifelong object of trust.
So they never really let go of that initial puppy-parent relationship. You're still the one who guarantees their safety.
You are. And because those stakes are so incredibly high, it leads us to the final, I think most vulnerable sign of all.
Which is?
Sign number 7, the vulnerability of rejection.
Ah. This is heavy because it forces us to think about the emotional risk they're taking every single time.
It's a huge gamble for an animal that depends on social bonding for survival. Ignoring that gesture, it can actually activate pain centers in their brain.
So it's not just that their feelings are hurt, it feels like a genuine physical sting.
Yes, a lack of social bonding registers as a form of discomfort or pain. When they offer that toy, they are completely vulnerable to your reaction. If you sigh or push it away, it communicates a breakdown in that security they count on.
So acceptance is everything.
Acceptance is the essential response. Even if you just touch the toy or offer a soft word, you're saying, I see you, I accept your gift, you are safe, you are confirming you're their sanctuary.
So after this whole deep dive, what's the big takeaway? When I'm staring at that soggy piece of rubber on my couch.
It means that tattered, muddy toy is not trash. It's an emotional sacrifice. It's built on evolutionary trust, it's validated by chemistry, and it's rooted in their deepest need for pack security.
There's a powerful analogy here. It's like a child handing you their favorite worn-out security blanket.
That's the perfect way to put it. By giving it to you, they're confirming that you are the center of their safety. It's the highest compliment they could possibly pay you.
So we want to leave you with a final thought, something to watch for with your own pets. If you have more than one, does your dog have a specific, special, dirty toy they only bring to you? Or do they just hoard all their treasures for themselves?
That little difference might just tell you everything about the unique depth of trust and security they feel with you.